I've been in the music business. I've been in the fight business, boxing business. I've been in the Winston Cup NASCAR stock car business. I've been in the club business. Okay, and I've been in the restaurant business. But look at the common thread here. Okay, I liked being in the sport. I like being in the boxing business. Okay, it's easy to figure that out. Okay, I go in there. These two fighters, my fighter, he knocks the guy out. He wins. He gets knocked out. He loses. Okay, music business for me is it's not defined that much. I gave you a great song, but because the record company head was elsewhere, that song didn't happen. They weren't really into the project, so that song died. We all own great records, and we can't understand why they weren't great. Well, it's because everything didn't come together. With sports, it's so definitive. I crossed the line first. I'm first. I scored more points. I win. I mean, that was what I liked about sports. I could deal with the failure. It was easy. I could see it. Okay. What I had trouble with in the music business was failure. And I've had some acts I couldn't understand why they weren't bigger acts. I couldn't understand it. I now know when I stand at the time though. I thought everything was going, but it wasn't going. I was being conned. I was being told things were being done that they weren't really being done. I wasn't the priority. Okay. So sometimes I go into these other businesses just because I need a dose of reality, because the music business is so far from reality, it's hard to deal with on a day-to-day basis. So I like doing some of these other things. And people say, here's another thing I did, here's another thing I believe about the management business. I'd manage a country act, I manage an AC act, I manage a rock act, I manage a youthful, I guess what you would call it, a modern rock act, okay, and I manage a iconic act, okay? No act of mine ever wakes up one day and turns on television and says, I wonder if that call came to me to be on that show. And Bruce said, it's your turn, you can have it. Martina McBride never has to think that she ever lost a shot at anything to Bryan Adams. Michael Bublé knows that Bryan Adams and him are not compatible. They don't do the same things. That's important because I don't want two female country acts. I don't want to manage Bryan Adams and John Cougar Mellencamp. I don't want to manage Michael Bublé and Harry Connick. I don't want to manage Anne Murray and Gladys Knight. I don't want to do that, okay? Because there's conflict there. I don't need that conflict.